Will you take the first napkin? So in our video game history, we have a couple presidents and political figures that I think were pretty like awesome and either insane for their own right, but pretty crazy if you don't say. For example, Michael Wilson
Okay, let's party! Welcome to the White House.
from Metal Wolf Chaos, and although he's not a president, I can't not mention Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising.
Nano machine, son.
But after reading JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, Steel Ball Run, I think I witnessed probably the strongest and best iteration of an extreme president. Here's why. Funny Valentine is a character that stems from a really humble background, really. He stems from a humble background where his father was made fun of for just putting dates on everything. A very nice like backstory for him too. You get all this backstory for his character and you're thinking, oh, well, is his son Funny a very, an asshole? Well, it turns out no. He just turns into a patriotic soldier who almost dies, but runs into the heart corpse part of basically Jesus Christ for Steel Ball Run. That transforms him and keeps him alive and basically leads him on his path that he was already set on, and he ends up becoming the president of the United States, President Funny Valentine. Now, he is an extreme president. What I mean by that is that Funny Valentine is willing to do whatever it takes to get the pure happiness of every citizen of the United States of America. So much so that his stand, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, is basically a reflection of that ideology, because basically what D4C can do, his innate first ability that we know before we go to Love Train, his first ability basically allows you and him and anyone he brings with him, if he smushes them between two objects, they get sent to an alternate dimension that basically is infinite. There is an infinite amount of alternate dimensions at this point that we know of. So much so that everyone else aside from Funny Valentine, if they encounter their doppelganger, they pretty much, and if they touch each other, they get vaporized immediately. However, Funny Valentine does not. When he sees his doppelganger, they don't die. They just know, they coexist pretty much. And they share their same mindset. Even if they're different people, different stories, they're the same person at heart. Essentially, D4C, what he does, let's say I'm the president. I get hurt, someone shoots me in the chest, I'm about to die within a couple seconds. So I get shot, I'm on the floor, but then someone tosses a chair on me because they hate me or something, right? They throw a chair on me. I go under that chair and I get squished. I pretty much will go to an alternate dimension due to the abilities of D4C. I go to an alternate dimension, I see myself, I go, hey, you know me. And he's like, yeah, what's up? And he's just like, hey, we have the same ideology. He's like, yeah, I know. It's like, alright, here's my D4C, and then you have to go return to the base world. So then I die in the alternate dimension, but the one from that dimension goes back to the base world and takes my place. To the other Funny Valentine that returns to the base dimension where the corpse part exists. With no questions asked. Each of these Valentines in this countless dimensions are all on the same wavelength. And to me, that's why it makes him the best JoJo antagonist we have had so far. Even counting Dio from Part 1, the Pillar Man, Cars, Dio from Part 3, Yoshikage Kira, Diavolo, Enrico Pucci. All of them are great villains. But what makes a dangerous villain and a better villain to me writing-wise is the fact that the villain thinks and knows that he is right with all his actions. Everything he's done, Funny Valentine does not regret. And he says this as he's talking to Johnny at the end of Part 7 in the final confrontation before inevitably Johnny does kill him. He thinks it has all been just, all the people that have died, that he has killed, everyone that has been in his way, everything that he has done has all been for the betterment of the United States of America. So much so that even Johnny Joestar himself, the main protagonist of Part 7, the main JoJo of the new era, of that era, he questions himself because everything that Funny tells him in his final speech about him bringing Gyro back, Hot Pants back from different dimensions, sure they might, and he even tells him they might be different people, but they're the same. They're still Gyro. They're still everyone else. He almost convinces Johnny. In fact, he does convince him. The only thing that doesn't fully convince Johnny is because he gives him a test about the gun, about having a gun when he comes back from the alternate dimension, as like pretty much as a backup. But Johnny is fully convinced of his words and his motivations. And actually, we even get a moment where Johnny's like, you might even be the righteous one here. Whatever you're doing, you might be the good person. I might be the bad person in this story. That is so fascinating. Sure, a villain doesn't need to have these deep motivations and these deep character moments. And he's also scum of the earth too. Because we're not going to gloss over what he almost did to Lucy Steele while she was dressed up as his wife. It shows that he has a dark side to him. Which, if he didn't have that dark side, that innate, like, sly, I'm gonna still kill you attitude, he would have convinced Johnny, he would have survived, and he would have taken the corpse apart. But everything that Funny Valentine has done throughout the entirety of Steel Ball Run was all for the sake of the United States of America, and for a villain and an antagonist to our main characters, Johnny and Gyro, his motivations and his convictions as a character truly outshine a lot of other characters. His motivations and convictions throughout the entirety of Steel Ball Run, to me, encapsulate what a perfect character that Funny Valentine is, and what a perfect antagonist he is compared to all the other ones. Sure, you got the complexities of the psychological nature of Diavolo, you got the complexities and innate humane nature of just being alone and willingness to like live by yourself in quiet peace with Yoshikage Kira, and then you have the just innate just scum of the earth of Dio Brando, and then you have the innate nature of becoming a god and being above humans in Cars and the Pillarman. The way it was written in Part 7, Araki truly wrote such a wonderfully interesting character that has both a light and dark side, and arguably isn't the bad guy in Part 7. He's even so much of a good character that in Eyes of Heaven, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure game for the PS4, he quite literally defies Dio over heaven. It doesn't align with his interests and the betterment of the US, pretty much. But Funny Valentine is quite literally, compared to everyone else, a good character, a righteous character, might I add. So that's what to me makes Funny Valentine the best JoJo villain. And we go even further deep about him being a good character and a righteous character than the one in the right when we go into D4C Love Train, the next ability that D4C has. Because in this ability, literally fate, if you want to say it, according to the writing, fate and the goddess, because obviously at this point of the story, Lucy Steele is being basically absorbed, or basically becoming the corpse itself, basically gives D4C not a requiem, but a new status, a new level, a new power. Basically what the Love Train does is it enshrouds D4C and the president within a light, and they pretty much move within that light, but within that is pretty much like a space that is like gone. And whenever someone shoots or attacks D4C Love Train, every attack that pretty much hits it, all the misfortune, which would be quote unquote the damage, would be sent elsewhere. Okay, I think I'm done gushing about Funny Valentine and talking about him in general for a bit. But man, Funny Valentine is such an amazing character, the best written good antagonist in JoJo. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to talk about something different from JoJo, because I know I was going to wait for the anime to watch Part 7, but there is no way in hell I'm going to wait about 5 years to basically watch it, because if Part 6 more than likely gets announced, it's probably going to be not going to air for another 1.5 years, and then by the time that finishes, then we're going to have to wait another 1.5 years for, for Part 7 to be adapted. But with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to talk about Funny. Let me know what you guys think about Funny Valentine. Do you think, is he your favorite villain? Are you guys anime only? Are you guys manga readers as well? I know a lot of you guys are manga readers as well. So let me know, what do you think of Funny Valentine? Do you think he's your best villain? Do you still prefer Diablo, Kira, or Dio over him, or Pucci? Let me know down below. Let's talk about it. Let's all be civil. Let's talk about who your favorite JoJo villain is. To me, Funny Valentine takes the cake. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe if you share the video if you enjoyed. And make sure you guys follow my Instagram, Twitter, and my Snapchat down below in the description below to follow me for just updates and just shenanigans in general. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're only 109 subscribers away. So if you're new to the channel and you just saw this video, consider subscribing and hitting that like button and joining our cute little family, because we're growing, and we're all just nerds and geeks here, and we don't shy away from anyone else. We can watch anime, video games, whatever the hell we want, because that's what this channel is about, just geek culture in general, / mainly anime, because obviously that's what I've been focusing on right now, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.